Hey, what's up YouTube? So, first video I'm doing here. Normally I don't do stuff like this, but got my 2004 Excursion. Here, my wife hit a bird, busted out the front grille and the driver's side headlight. So instead of going factory, decided to upgrade. Didn't like anything in the, I think it's 2000 to 2004. So did some research and picked a set of AlphaRex Pro series lights. Got the dual color LED halo there. But they only make them for 2005 and up Super Duties. So there's plenty of videos out there on upgrading from 2000 2004 to the 05 and up. And essentially, I'm not going to show you how I did this because there's plenty of videos out there, but you would just have to cut out some of this fiberglass header here. There's some nice templates online. However, the template I found seems to work. I did it on this side. Gotta get that wire out of the way. We were up close to these holes here. But when I put the headlight in just to fit check, I found out you don't have to cut nearly as much for these particular lights. So on this side, you can kind of see the line I drew per the template, what I ended up having to cut out. But not too difficult of a job. Did it with my Dremel tool. Real easy to do. Plenty of videos, like I said, on how to upgrade. And also at the same time, decided to upgrade the grill. You can see where it was broke from where my wife hit the bird, from this older style grill to the newer style. And kind of similar, if you put it on an Excursion, the bottom lip has to be trimmed off to fit because of where the bumper is. Found a company out there that modifies them. There's plenty of these on Amazon and eBay for cheap. Their aftermarket won't come with the Ford emblem, but I liked how this one was pre-cut to fit. Only difference is you can see where it's kind of cut down there. This has 2 tabs on the bottom that hook in, where the factory one had 4. But other than that, also I decided to go with a chrome with a black bumper, which is a combination I haven't seen before, but I kind of wanted to accent this chrome strip that goes along the side of the Excursion here. We'll see how that looks. Might look terrible. Maybe that's why you don't see it. I don't know. We'll check it out. I just wanted to cover some things before I threw these in. The AlphaRex come with a daytime running light module. That's this wire here that I got loosely ran over to the other headlight. Comes in. Essentially, you got power to the wire coming off the battery, and then this gray wire running down here. They tell you to add a fuse, and you could do that. Ford was nice enough to give you these blunt cut wires here that will go up under the panel box, and you can hook into any ignition sourced fuse. They say 10-15 amp, but I got to looking and found out, if you look right down here, you'll see this connector. It's got a loop in it, and it turns out all these wires, all these Excursions and probably Super Duties were wired for Canada after 1999 that required daytime running lights. They just don't include the module, but the wires are pre-ran, and there's I believe it's light blue and pink wire I just tapped into to feed the gray. Haven't tried it yet, so not sure it'll work, but I'd rather that than running a separate fuse off the fuse box. Also, I don't have a before picture, but I'll try to post it if I remember, so you can see that. Another thing is, also you'll see in other videos of converting the 2004 and down, used a separate headlight connector, but you can get an adapter like this that will hook into the old headlight switch and will hook into the back of the new. And so far that's the only differences I could see of things you ran into. But to change these, essentially there's real easy on top of the grill. There's 4 screws up here, and then there's metal tabs that'll come out of the bottom. Plenty of videos to see. That came off easy. And then you'll take out the turn and marker lights. There was these 2 screws down here under the marker lights I couldn't see, so I actually had to drop my bumper. And if you look, there's a screw right, see if I can get it right here. You loosen, you don't have to take it all the way out, you loosen that screw, the same screw on the other side, and then you loosen these screws on both sides, and you can actually push the bumper down and get it out of the way. Just got to remember to tighten all them up at the end. So if there's anything I missed, I'll try to put it in here, but right now I'll show you these tabs quick that you got to take out to remove the bumper. So you just got to pull up on these to get them out. I didn't have any issue getting that out. The headlights, the old headlights, you can see come out in 2 pieces. And there's these connectors in the back that can be quite a pain to get out. But once again, you can watch videos on some tricks for that. Mine, I was basically, instead of trying to get 14 millimeter on the back of, that one was broke. It would be on the back side of this one. I just was able to back it all the way out. And I have that here somewhere, but don't know where that got to. But then the headlight came out, and then the part you cut out to put these headlights in will include that adjuster. If not, it's a real pain trying to get on those tabs and get it out. So once again, here's the old headlights, old grill. I'm going to swap in the new style grill with these AlphaRex headlights, and we'll see how it works. So when filming earlier, I realized I never rinsed off the fiberglass dust that was covering everything, so I just hosed that down quick, and reminded me of some more things that I wish I would have known earlier. So this is the parking light bulb, I believe, that went in the side here on these side lights, and it's in this connector on these particular headlights I got. Since they have all their own connectors and they come with their own bulbs, you got to get this bulb out. Some of the headlights you use the same bulb and it just goes in and turns. Like I know Spider makes a headlight. They got great reviews. Actually, they make a no-cut version that is supposed to fit in this 04 and under panel without any cuts. That uses your old bulb, so that won't be an issue. Although I did see somebody needing to replace this with a straight connector instead of a 90, but don't know about that. Spider says it'll just slip right in. But anyway, to get this out, it seems simple enough. There's this tab on the side. I don't know if you can see that. And it's up in there, and it hooks on a little tab in there. And it seems simple enough that you can just pry down that tab and get out. And I had the hardest time; it wouldn't even wiggle for me after getting that through. And what I eventually ended up doing was just putting a pair of pliers, gripping onto this bulb on here and here, and just pulling, and then it popped right out. Couldn't find anything online about really how to get that out of there if you're having problems, but that's what worked for me. Must have just been held up by some dust or something, but it came out pretty easily once I did that. Also, the new headlights will not use, the old headlights went into some tabs that were in this header panel that are no longer here. The new one, since it's all one piece, will use these same bottom screws, and some of them have Phillips, like mine was just Phillips. Some of them have, I believe, 7mm sockets down there, and like I said, they were up underneath the bottom turn signal bulb or housing, and I couldn't even see them, so I dropped the bumper down and got to them. Up top, there's these 2 holes that you'll see here that I just went and bought. These spring nuts, I think they're called, body clamps or something like that, to clip on here, so that I could just use screws to screw them in the top. You will not have the hardware off your old lights. I don't know why it's out of focus now. But it is this hole and this hole over here that those top will get into. And once I have the headlights in, you'll be able to see that better. Some people are just using those plastic push body pins in there, but I kind of wanted a screw. Take you over here, I'll show you the bumper and the headlights were all, I believe they're number 8. Can't get that to focus. Number 8 Phillips washer screws. So I just bought more of them. Keep everything consistent with Phillips. That way the bumper and headlights will all be held in by the same thing. And here's that adapter plug that I showed earlier. I did bust my clip off. That seems to be holding pretty well. I might put some tape around it. Another thing, if you see here, it's kind of hard to see, but when cutting this fiberglass out, unless you take the header panel off and cut it, you will most likely cut your metal. Right where my finger is some steel there. Once this, I saw that once I got the fiberglass out of the way. Once that dries, I'm just going to put a quick coat of paint on there, stop that from rusting. So yeah, we'll get these installed. Another thing to note, right off your driver's side headlight, inside your grill cavity that you can see when the grill is off, this little guy here is your thermistor for your inside temperature indicator. So if that's not working, or I believe it displays -60 or something strange like that, it's probably this guy. I think they're fairly cheap and looks like it'll just pop right out of there. You open that, pop it out, pop your new one in, and you'll get your temperature indication back. So that's good to know. I've knew it was here somewhere, but never put my eyes on it. So yeah, I figured I'd tell you in case anybody was wondering. So real quick, I want to show you how the AlphaRex headlights will plug in to the existing wiring. This here is the 04 and down headlight and high beam connector, I believe. I just put some dielectric grease on there in case water gets in there. Like I said, that will need the adapter. And sorry for my arm. Just purchased this. I think it was $8 for a pair of these adapters. Did see some reviews. Polarity might be wrong. We'll find out when I get this thing powered up. But that's end that will go to the old connector right there, and it plugs into the 05 and up connector. I don't remember what the bulb nomenclature is. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. But basically, there's 04 and down, 05 and up, and I got the adapter here, so that'll plug in to here. This is that connector I was telling you about. It was a pain to get that marker light bulb out. That'll just plug right into this plug here, and the last is your turn signal, and that'll plug right into that connector. So it's really just plug and play. And this red wire you see here, that's for the daytime running lights for the halo on the front. That plugs into this here, and I showed you before where it connects to the battery. And I decided to pull off that wire under the hood here that wasn't currently being used. We'll see if that works. If not, I'll need to do one of these add a fuse guys. Basically it just taps on plugs into your fuse panel and replaces a fuse. It gives you an extra fuse to use, and you'll see here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you quick. So here's where the top two screws will go in, and like I said before, you'll need to add those spring nuts right onto these two spots. I'm going to put these in, and we'll see how it goes. Okay everyone, so I got them installed. Well, that's cool. You can see the LEDs flickering on refresh rate from my camera. Sorry for the cars driving by. That flicker you're seeing does not show up. Oh, there we go. Not sure what that was about, but got them installed. Kind of really like the chrome look. Back up a little bit so you can see. Of course, the sun's gonna be right there. I like how the whole thing goes with that chrome strip on the side, still with the black bumper. Fit is nice. Everything works. My tap worked. You can see the headlight's nice and tight there. Don't want to pull the plastic until it gets dark and I can check high beam functions and things. I just got the headlights on now. They're projector beams. And once again, you can't see that LED flickering with your eyes. You can see there's just a dummy bulb underneath. You can watch another video of a guy installing this in a 05 Super Duty. He actually uses these. This is the Pro Series or baseline headlight set from AlphaRex. They come with the halogen bulbs. They do have an LED series, but he installed these Pro Series before and replaced that halogen with an LED. Pretty easy to do, but this dummy bulb underneath, there's no access. So he actually has to deactivate it. So if you want LEDs, these are a choice. I decided to stick with halogens to save some money, and plus a little bit of yellow will match my fog lights. As far as the grill, not sure what's going on. There's still quite a bit of gap. You can see it's catching here. Could be a few things. Could be my bumper still out of adjustment after I dropped it down. Also, you can see my hood. That needs adjusted. The fit on that has always been off, so that could be causing some issues. But for a 2004, I really like the look. And I'll take a video at night to show how these work.